This is Mike Einspar, and this is my introduction video for EDL 850. Personal information. I'm married with three daughters, ages 13, 10, and 5. Been married for 14 years, and my wife also works in the same school district that I work at and my kids go to, so it makes it extremely convenient. I hold a bachelor's degree from Nebraska Wesleyan in special education. And I'm certified to teach special education K through 12. I hold a master's degree from New Mexico State University in curriculum and instructions. I have been involved in education since 1995 at many different levels, from middle school through the high school, and I have also taught some college courses interweaved in there. I've taught both in Kansas and Florida, and I hold licenses in both states. I currently am a special education teacher at the high school at West Franklin High School in Pomona, Kansas, and I am the head football coach and head girls basketball coach. My reflection on our current administration, I'm halfway through my second year at West Franklin, so I'm still fairly new to the area in our administration. Just in my brief experiences with them, they are very thorough and very good with getting information to the faculty and staff. They provide all of the faculty with a copy of the board policy, as I'm sure most school districts do, and they're pretty good about making sure that it's our responsibility to know what's in the board policy and making sure that we read it, and it's our responsibility. They provide professional development throughout the year, and a lot of those professional developments deal with whatever the current educational needs are, to make sure we're staying up on top of both practical things in the classroom and legal issues that might be happening out there in our state. Our district provides a website with information for all stakeholders to look at, which also includes minutes from our board meeting. Every year we have specific trainings that are very important to keeping up to date with some of the issues that have come about on our country and education in the last 10 years. I'm certified in MANT. They also make sure that we go through the ALICE training yearly, and we always do the anti-bullying, which are huge issues within education right now. We're in our first year of the KESA accreditation system, with our focuses on rigor and relationships. And our principal has a thing every professional development or every faculty staff meeting he calls rumors, whispers, and concerns, and that is it's an open forum for faculty and staff to ask questions to all of our administrators and principals, assistant principals, and superintendent. Can be anything from federal laws, state school board policy, things they hear might be coming down in our district. We just recently went through a bond election, which we passed a $13 million bond to build new facilities, upgrade our facilities. And there was a lot of state, protocol there that, a lot of the stakeholders and the faculty didn't know about, that we learned, just as far as, how a bond works, which schools can actually bond a project. So, that was, even though it wasn't a huge part of the ed law, it's still a piece of it. All of our board meetings are open to the public with published minutes. And I would say on the safety side of things, we do a pretty good job for a small school with limited resources. We are a one-to-one initiative with all electronic devices, and because of that, we are very in tune with the Children's Internet Protection Act. Get that all out in one sentence. We have a software called iBoss it's almost overprotective. Sometimes we have to call our tech director and let us on some sites that are extremely safe that that teachers need to use for their classes, but it does a pretty good job of filtering out almost everything. As a special education teacher, I'm very in tune with our FERPA. We cover that every IEP meeting, and I would say many times throughout the year we always review it with our paras and our teachers to make sure that the information stays private. We have a pretty good camera and monitoring system with a small campus. It's fairly simple to have lots of cameras and monitors to make sure that we have a safe environment. With our new bond, that we passed one of the things that we are going to increase there is our safety within the building. Right now on our main campus, we have 3 buildings: our gym, which holds 7 or 8 classrooms, our middle school, and our high school. They're all on the same campus, but none of them are connected, and so there's lots of doors, and sometimes doors are left open or unlocked, and that's not very safe. So one of the key components to our new building system is all the buildings will be connected with very minimal doors being unlocked for the public to enter when needing to get into the classroom or to the school. A critique on my own knowledge: mainly my educational law knowledge is through my SPED experiences, through lots of IEPs, dealing with parents, outside agencies, people who are that come into meetings that might be an interpreter or somebody that the family wants to make sure that all rights are being all the rights of the kids are being upheld. I've never had an issue. I've always erred on the side of the student, and most of the schools I've been with or witness have always erred on the side of the student. I've never really had any legal issues with students or parents for that matter. I have been a regular classroom teacher as well as a traditional co-teacher in a classroom. Sometimes there's different experiences there between the classroom teacher and being a SPED teacher, on just making sure all the rights of the students are being upheld, and making sure that those students with learning disabilities or special needs, that their individual needs are being upheld in the classroom. Also being the head coach of several sports, you have to make sure that's really more of an administrator role these days, making sure that assistant coaches, parents, trainers, managers, everybody is staying on the right side of the law, making sure that all ethical things are happening there. But that being said, 23 years in the business, lots of different experiences and lots of different titles. There is still a lot I need to know, still a lot I want to learn. My plan of action: this course, is the start of it. It's not the only piece of it, but the start of it. Collaborating with colleagues. I'm sure that throughout this course, there's lots of experiences and stories that people have that I could learn from, and I hope they learn from mine. The annotated bibliography that we required for our e-portfolio. There's hopefully I will read some articles that will help me with the educational law piece, and just basic informal conversations with administrators on topics or ideas or things that come up that I can learn from them. So that was my introduction video. Thank you very much.